God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble.
Therefore we will not fear, though the earth should change, though the mountains shake and the heart sea.
Though its waters roar and foam through the mountain, though the mountains tremble with its tumult.
There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy habitation of the Most High.
God is in the midst of the city which shall not be moved. God will help it at the dawn of the day.
The nations rage, the kingdoms totter. God's voice resounds, the earth melts.
The Lord of hosts is with us.
The God of Jacob is our refuge.
Come, behold the works of the Lord, who has wrought desolations in the earth.
Who makes wars cease to the end of the earth, breaks the bow, shatters the spear, and burns the shields with fire.
Be still and know that I am God. I am exalted among the nations. I am exalted in the earth.
The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge.
Our opening hymn this morning is "Do Lord, Remember Me." It's in the Methodist hymnal number 527, and please stand as you are able. Recovering from illness, surgeries, grief. But when we see us together here, it is joyous times. So are there joys or concerns that you would like to share with the rest of us here this morning? Father, we just ask God to be with us as we come together. And I was struck by the prayer of intercession that you can find on your cell phone. So this morning I'm going to read you the news headlines. And I see some eyes rolling back there. Because sometimes we don't want to know what's going on in the world. But I think it's important that in our intercessions and our pleas to God, that we remember that we are not here alone in Glendive, worrying and concerned with our own, certainly strong aches and pains, family issues. But we are in the community of God. God's reign is throughout the whole earth. I'm not going to read them all. Trust me. A woman, dear God, wearing a hijab, confronted a man in this country who was abusing children, Jewish children, in the public space. And only she, a Muslim woman, came to their defense. A man is under arrest for trafficking 39 humans in a truck. 17 people were killed in a plane accident in the Republic of Congo. A luxury clothier has designed clothing that reflect the ragged uniforms of Holocaust prisoners as a form of greed and making money at the expense of millions. The Black Death, which we still don't understand, God, is alive and well on earth. And we see outbreaks of measles, vaping, AIDS, people ignoring science that say you must vaccinate your children and yourselves. Hear us, O Lord. Children are among dozens who have been killed in landslides in Kenya, something that happens every year, we know. Yet they cannot just move away to a safer place. 137 women in France have been killed by their domestic partners. It's because of a deeply sexist culture there. And as people prepare to travel this week for a United States Thanksgiving holiday, we approach it with trepidation for storms that are coming and will cover most of the United States in the days of travel and celebration. We ask travel mercies for any and all who will be moving in that direction. And God, as we plead for safekeeping for all of these, we remember that every week people are serving you. People like Epworth United Methodist Church in Denver. And this week our bishop and 600 other people came together to put together 1,000 boxes of food for Thanksgiving. Actually, it's more than 5,500 boxes. And the bishop says it was moving to knock on a door as she and her wife Robin delivered some of these boxes to people on the other side. One person was a veteran with PTSD who rarely left their house. Another was an elderly woman who lives alone. Another was an immigrant who doesn't speak much English. And still another was on oxygen, like many here are, rarely can venture out farther than the length of the cord between her and the oxygen tank. And the bishop says, and we honor these words, Heavenly Father, she thought of the labor of many hands that would now warm the homes of those who received the boxes. Farmers and field hands, factory workers and truck drivers, pastors and laity, the financial donors without whom this would not be possible, and volunteers from the community who helped create that box full of food. All of us are necessary to participate in order for those in need to have a table full of food. And she reminds us, as I do each of us this morning, of the words of Martin Luther King, who said that all persons are